this all over?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, welcome to Dumbass Dads.
Dumbass Dads. We're doing it, episode 3.
Yeah.
God, 3 episodes. We've been doing this shit for almost a month and people been watching.
Which is crazy.
We really appreciate it.
We do. Hit that like and subscribe button.
Yeah, like, subscribe. Like we said in the last episode, force your friends to watch, even if they don't want to. You don't even have to make them watch it. Just make them hit like and subscribe.
Right.
Problem solved.
That's what we've been telling people.
You guys want t-shirts? Make your friends do that shit.
Yeah, because we're going to make t-shirts. We're going to have merchandise pretty soon.
Maybe we'll have merch soon.
Maybe.
Yeah, possibly. There's a good chance we got nothing better going on. So if you guys want to buy some stupid shit from these guys, bada bing, bada boom, we got you.
Show your support.
Mm-hmm.
Just like we are going to do, we are going to show our support by sending our condolences and shout out to the Joneses family. They lost a member of their family. Yeah, he was an addict. He was a father, a son, and brother. So shout out to them and our condolences once again.
Shout out to the Joneses family. Our hearts are with you.
Yeah.
I guess that kind of goes into what some things we're going to talk about today. Beliefs and whatnot.
Yeah.
Daryl, God, I feel like we didn't get to ask you this last time we tried talking about this. What do you think, man? What the hell's going on? What's going on and what happens when we're done here?
Well, I don't know. Me personally, I think that, like, I'm not a big heaven or hell believer. I mean, I could see, like, if I were to die and I was, like, went up to, like, purgatory or something, and God was like, oh, you didn't believe me, I'm sending you down to hell. I'm like, I'm a believer now, I see you.
Humble, I get it now. And he's like, that's not the point. Haha.
Yeah, right.
Even Hitler knew I was real, so he gets to hang out up here.
Yeah.
He was always like, oh, look, God, I know we're not on the best of terms.
Right.
But I know you're up there.
So, like, I think, like, I'm not used to, like, what is it? What is it, right? Reincarnation.
Okay.
Like, I've heard in a couple songs, like, not even a couple songs, too, like, just people in general, like, when a kid is born, somebody had to die for that kid to be born.
Okay.
So,
although, wouldn't that also be like, oh, this tree just got chopped down, that tree's dead, now you're a child. That's why your kid is so stupid? He was just a tree in the last life?
He was a tree? Yeah.
I'm not saying Daryl's kid is stupid. She definitely wasn't a tree in the past life.
Yeah. A funny story about her, too. I'll get to that in a little bit. Way
to keep it online.
Yeah. So, like, yeah, and then, like, you hear stories of, like, these kids that remember, like, a past life of people that they, and they can remember, like, I know I've seen in, like, an episode where this kid knew, like, would start singing this song, and the song the kid would sing would be, a song the mother used to sing to her child when, or her kid when, in the past life or whatever.
Couldn't that just be ghosts, though?
It could be, too, which is really, it's very interesting, so.
Right, which is like, okay, well, what if we die and then we're just fucking ghosts?
Yeah, and then you hear, like, the ghosts. Well, me, personally, I believe in spirits and ghosts. I've had some strange, even though they might have been drug-induced, whatever.
Well, that's just you being more susceptible.
Yeah,
so,
right.
Like, when you're in a fucked up state, you're weaker as like a mental energy.
Yeah.
So it's easier to get at you.
Well, I've also heard that too, like, maybe like like some people say, like, you're more open to the thoughts when you're on drugs, or even that like maybe like they don't want you doing drugs because then you'll see, like, shit that that they don't want you to see. That's not, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So, well, I mean, it's like, that kind of goes into, like, what I think is look, you do enough psychedelics and shit. Fuck, man. Look, you do enough psychedelics, and you're gonna see some shit that they don't want you to see. And the whole fact of the matter is that we're just balls of energy moving these fucking meat blobs around with bones to help keep these dumb meat blobs upright. So really, all it is because this. Okay, so this is what I think is that when you die, reincarnation makes a lot of sense to me, because when you die, since you're just a thing of energy, energy doesn't disappear. Energy just moves to somewhere else. So when you die, your energy goes somewhere. And if you're a ghost, guess what? Your energy just didn't go into something else, probably because your energy is too fucked up to go somewhere.
Right.
Know? It's so fucking scattered that it's just stuck in the last place it can fully remember.
Yeah.
And chances are that thing was fucking traumatic, you know?
Yeah, and maybe it's like you didn't, if you are a ghost or that spirit, like you don't want to move on to something else because of what you've been through.
Because you told that whore of an ex-boyfriend that you were gonna haunt him if he didn't give you your goddamn sweater back. So guess what, Aaron? I'm coming for you.
Oh yeah, well, it looks like he gave you your sweater back.
Yeah, no. And it was awful. The haunting I had to go through to get this sweater back, man.
Yeah. So like that it could be like a big process too. Like, what if you have the choice, if you do want to move on, or if you don't, if you want to stay behind, and
you die, and there's just this other ball of energy that's just like, all right, bro, what do you want? What, you wanna keep hanging out here? You want to skedaddly do?
Right, or, you know, I watched that Disney movie, The Soul.
Yeah.
And what if it's like that, you know? Like,
cool.
You're on just, like, a little...
Although those guys didn't seem to have much choice.
Yeah.
They didn't get a choice. They were just, like, in a line, like, oh, man, I guess this is it. That's
right,
pretty cool.
We can move on.
It seemed pretty difficult for that other guy to not die. Like, fuck.
Right. Yeah.
Well, and who knows, dude? What if you die... And when you die, you wake up, and there are 4 people who claim to be your family standing around you in an arcade, and they're like, man, I can't believe that you stayed at that shitty job forever. Dude, what have you been doing? What a horrible way to play this game, you know?
Uh-huh.
I feel like there's an episode of Rick and Morty or something that touches... Yeah, there is. There's an episode of Rick and Morty where Morty wakes up from a video game, and Rick is like... Psh, you idiot. I can't believe you went back to doing that after you beat cancer. And he hops in and just burns his social and goes. And they're like, oh my god, he's going off the grid. But, like, what if that's it, dude?
Right.
What if we wake up and that's our situation?
We're in a video game?
Yeah, I'll tell you this.
That would be crazy. Well, I mean, that would be, like... Because, like, okay, so if you wake up and you're in this game, and then, like... You're like, oh, can I go back?
Yeah.
And, you know, and then, but then you got to start this whole process over.
Yeah, that's true.
Would you really want to do that?
Right, you'd have to relearn how to do everything. Like, god dang.
I don't want to.
It's exactly the same as like, okay, you beat Valhalla. Shout out Assassin's Creed Valhalla. And then you're like, oh man, that's awesome. I'm gonna play this game again. I loved it so much. You restart it. And then you have to do that dumbass tutorial mission that takes the entire first fucking night you're playing it. You're like, man, I just beat you. Let me beat you again, you dumb son of a bitch. Give me all my stuff back. Far Cry 5 did it right. Shout out Far Cry 5.
Well, see, I did that with the Star Wars, one of the Star Wars games.
Yeah.
Oh god, I can't remember which one. I played it all night on the hardest level, and you know, I'm like, I'm not going back to do this. I played it on the hardest level. I did it. I won. Yeah, right. And so it was like, I would not.
I wonder if that's like how Hugh Hefner feels. Before he died, he's just laying there in bed, just like, I won. I beat this game. Deuces. Also, have you ever heard this? We're all just sharing an agreed upon hallucination. This is all just an agreed upon hallucination.
I've never heard that, but that's very interesting.
Well, and I mean, it makes sense because from the time you're born, everybody on the up and up, you're never at the top of your fucking ladder, ever. From the minute you are born to the minute you die, there's always gonna be at least 3 motherfuckers in charge of you forever. That's it. And so...
Or your parents. the schools and your bosses.
Could be the guy that kidnapped you one Thursday night, you know? Fuck, that guy's higher up on the chain than you. Bummer, but that's the reality of it. But the fact of the matter is, you never really get to have a fucking original thought in your life. And if you do, everybody just goes, oh, what a good imagination. What a good, like, look at you. That's very creative. That's awesome.
Good for you. Yeah, you had a thought.
Yeah, that's not reality. That's such a good little creative thing. So, fucking...
You're insane. You belong in an institution.
And do I? Maybe.
I've been there.
But that's what you get for being a progressive thinker. If you think far enough outside of the box and you go, hey, look, yeah, you guys can tell me what you want to fucking tell me. Chances are it's not a real thing. Whatever. Like, as long as everybody else here is happy, who gives a shit? Because I know the truth, and that's my truth. Fuck it. So, you do that. What if we stop telling kids, oh, yeah, this is how it is. We start telling these kids, here's what reality is. Reality is not gravity is real and we can do this and that and that's it.
Right.
We start telling these kids, yeah, dude, whatever you put your mind to, you can actually do.
Well,
if I start telling right, yeah, you remember when we used to get told that? Hey, yeah, anything you want to do, you can do it. Guess what? Not that though. So, yeah, exactly. That's a
very good point, though.
So, what if I start telling my 2-year-old daughter, hey, look, at some point in your life, you're gonna reach an age where you can fly, okay? And you can't tell anybody because it will hurt their brains. But I understand it, and you understand it. So just as long as I truly believe she can fly, and she truly believes she can fly, that's an agreed upon hallucination in our reality. So she could maybe fly come a certain age.
Well, here's the thing. I'm glad you brought that up though, because like you know how we only use 10% of our brains, and there's that movie where
at a time.
Yeah. Well, there's that movie where that girl, she unlocks like her full brain potential, and she can, she can control things.
Yeah.
And so I mean, like, what if we were able to use our full brain capacity, all the time instead of just that 10%? Would things be different?
Or are we using our full brain capacity and they're only telling us it's 10%, and we're just really this stupid? That's all that would mean, is that we're just extra dumb. But, yeah, no, don't worry, guys. You're only using 10%. Wink. Like, oh, God, these fucking idiots are never going to figure it out. They're using their whole goddamn brain.
Once again, that could be a possibility. Even before, like, Kevin Garnett, he won the NBA Finals. It's like, anything is possible.
Oh, you gotta speak up.
You know what I mean? Like, Kevin Garnett, when he finally won a championship in Boston, at the end of it, he goes, anything is possible. Mm. Like, I believe that. Like, there could be, and there's endless possibilities. Now, going to the Rick and Morty thing, like, what if there is, infinite universes out there, and there's just...
Oh, there definitely are.
You know what I mean? I believe there are. And, like, I've had this conversation with many of my coworkers in the past about this.
Because when you're high, this is what you talk about.
Your mind just wanders to
space.
to things people don't really want to even care about.
Oh, yeah, dude. There's a starman waiting in the sky. And he'd like to come and meet us, but he thinks he'd blow our mind.
And,
shout out David Bowie.
And, one of my coworkers I worked with, I don't believe in God personally, but I know quite a bit about the Bible.
Right. We grew up with him.
And you gotta know it if you're not, because if you just like, I don't believe because I don't believe.
I just hate God because I don't know him.
Right.
And I hate things that are different.
Right. You'd be a racist,
You're part of the problem.
Exactly. And so like she would always tell me like, oh my God, like for a person who doesn't believe in God, you know quite a bit about the Bible. And I'm like, well, yeah, I'm not just gonna sit here and be like freely like, oh, I just don't believe in this guy because without knowing things about it. Like when I was younger, I went to I would go to church with a family friend, or a friend's family, I should say. And it was like when I was there, I wouldn't say I was uncomfortable. I didn't feel like I fit.
Yeah.
So, and it's like, but I sat there and I listened to everything, and it's like, well, and now that I got older and went through my drug years and stuff like that, it's like, I told people that I game with online, like, I feel there isn't a God because there's so much evil on earth. You know
Okay.
what I mean?
That makes sense.
And then, like, well, you could flip it around too. Like, I used to think, like, well, maybe this is hell. We're on hell right now, and
I've had that thought.
because of what do? You do the same thing every day. You wake up, you get ready, go to work, you come home, you eat,
Well, and
and
that's
then
just us. There's plenty of
whatever
people out there actually living, but
yeah,
fuck.
like everybody in between. Yeah, what did they do? What
Right.
did they do
How
to
do you
have to?
get there?
Yeah, you know what I mean. And like you hear a lot of rappers say, like, I sold my soul to the devil
Oh yeah.
to get what I got.
I remember
And
there was once an awards show. Katy Perry got up there, and whenever the end of their speech comes, how most people are like, "And I want to thank God." Katy Perry was like, "And I want to thank the devil." You remember that shit? I remember that shit. Like,
yeah,
I remember
right.
there was one night, dude. Oh fuck, man. I've wanted to be famous my entire life, and it's not so much because I want the fame and the money. It's because just think of the kind of fucking like power in that. Well, not even power, just that fucking rush of good energy that runs through you to be able to just walk into a room of people and be like, "Hey, what's up? I'm that dude you just saw on TV. Now I'm standing in front of you. What's going on?"
Right, right.
Like that brings so much joy and thrill to that person. Like that energy
Yeah.
comes back to you.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And that would be such a cool. That's a superpower right there, dude.
Exactly. And
Being Johnny Depp is a fucking superpower.
like, no, like, we look at celebrities. Like, I dug down this rabbit hole so many times. Like, when I was using, like, we view celebrities as they're gods,
Right.
they're godlike, and that's not true at all.
At all.
They're just regular people.
That's what I like about Bill Murray, man.
Yeah,
Dude, Bill
yeah.
Murray's some good shit.
And George Carlin too. Oh
Yeah.
my God! Like, I like his stand-ups.
George Carlin.
He was he was like a comedic genius, but he was real with it.
Because he was just a grumpy old dude.
Yeah, and like, I haven't watched a lot of oh God, he was the actor, hung himself, great comedian.
Oh, Robin Williams.
Yeah, yeah.
Dude,
like
he
his
died
old
when I was in
stand-ups.
basic, and we thought the drill sergeants were fucking with us. They came in, they're like, Robin Williams killed himself, and we were like, what? Why you guys gotta do stuff like that to us? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And they're like, hey, seriously,
Yeah.
we didn't do anything the rest of the day and
Like
watched
his
Vietnam.
It's
great.
Like one of his.
Good Morning
I
Vietnam.
haven't seen a lot of his stand-ups, but I've seen like little previews for him, and he goes, one of his bits is beer commercials. Why are they all fancy? They should tell you the truth. Oh yeah, you drink a 6-pack of this kind of beer, and you're out by the dumpster taking a piss. you know.
I drink that beer.
Right. And like George Carlin, his bit on time, like, we can never get nothing done because time is always moving. We don't have enough time to do anything because it's always moving. Like, you're waiting for something in the near future. Oh wait, it just passed.
Right. Near future's gone. Near future is the future.
So, like,
now it's the
are we
present.
like, exactly? So are we? Is this from, like, getting back to the whole beliefs thing, is, are we, like, when you plan for the future, how far ahead can you plan into the future? Because, like, you can only go day by day, and it's like second by second, millisecond by millisecond. So, like, when you say you're planning for the future, like,
Yeah.
how far?
Well,
like,
that's-
like, down, if you're going, like, weeks, months, that's
That never makes sense to me.
Yeah,
my
because
mom and I had this conversation because she was like, "Oh yeah, it's not that we don't want to support you; it's just you're garbage at planning." And I'm like, "Hey, look though, here's
I've
the
heard
thing: is
that,
you can plan all you fucking want, and
It's not
what
gonna
is-
go-
what- yeah, what is life gonna do? It's gonna shit on you.
It's gonna
Take
throw
big
you a
fat shit
curveball,
on you.
yeah.
So fuck your plans. Your plans mean nothing. You can plan all you fucking want. You get to the airport with your bag and all your luggage, and guess what? Now, no carry-ons. Why? Because fuck you. That's why. They don't need a goddamn reason. Delta sucks, asshole. You should have flown United. Who knows?
If you sold your soul, fly private.
Yeah. Sell your soul to the devil. He'll give you all the private jets, I guess. He's got them. Maybe that's what it is. He's just like, hey, doesn't this look Was it dead?
I don't know.
You rat bastard.
Yeah.
This fucker.
Just so like
This has got to be hell.
like it is crazy, and I read up on all, like I said, the God stuff, the devil, and when I was going down there, I was a huge into the Illuminati.
Because you can't not get into the Illuminati
Yeah,
when you
and
get into conspiracies.
Like I used to watch videos like the Rihanna umbrella video.
Yeah.
Like she contorts her body a certain way.
Yeah.
And it's like they're like, if you ever tried doing this, like your shoulder blades would crack in, like they would
just kill you.
Cave in, pretty much. And if you do it and if you watch it, they pointed out, like when she goes like that, her arms are like this, so and her head is down, so it's like she's got horns.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the body, plus like the water falling down, they pointed out it's a Baphomet's head.
Okay.
And Baphomet is he is the devil for the music industry.
Oh.
So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I mean, I knew that. I'm glad that he explained it for all of you. That was just common knowledge for me. I play music, do the whole devil thing.
Yeah, and so which is really crazy. And if you really get into it, the devil got kicked out of heaven for not falling in line with God, which is
it's just kind of like, okay, well, fuck you.
Yeah, and you're supposed to be all knowing, all powerful, and all forgiving, but you couldn't forgive him for not falling in line.
Which really, when you look at it that way, fuck, makes me feel kind of like I could be the Antichrist, because I'm all about don't fall in line.
Yeah.
Why fucking fall in line? Why make me conform and make me think exactly the same way as all of you, when if all of you would think the same fucking way I do, maybe we could fly,
Yeah.
We're just looking to achieve greater fucking things instead of just accepting what we've been told from people so far up the chain we're never going to meet in our lives.
Yeah.
And the best part is everybody argues with me with, oh, well, I know that factually because I read it in a book. Oh, yeah? Written by who? Oh, some asshole you've never fucking met? That's really cool.
A man.
If I write a fucking book and send it down to the South, that's like, hey, everybody should love each other and maybe stop fucking your sisters. They'd be like, man, this guy's fucking pretty cutting edge. He must be a fucking scientist. But guess what? I'm not. I'm just some asshole who wrote a fucking book that sold to you, and now you are reading it, and that's facts because it's labeled as facts.
Yeah.
Side note, don't fuck your sister and maybe be nice to people.
We another George Carlin thing is God. He talks about the whole religious stuff, and he goes, God is all powerful, all knowing, and all forgiving, but he's terrible with money and terrible with math. They talk about churches and how they don't have to, and how they always send a little basket around.
Yeah.
But they don't have to pay taxes.
Right. Yeah.
Which is crazy to me, anyways.
Well, some of them make hell of money.
Exactly.
That's okay. So it's like when we were smoking a cigarette after we got done recording last week's episode. We were sitting waiting to get in my car and skedoodle his ass back home. And holy hell, I brought up, hey man, we should start a religion, because why the fuck not? And he was like, that's a dumb idea, but it's not that hard to do, and it's a great idea.
Yeah, I mean, look at Scientology.
Honestly, dude, there was something I read. Somebody in Norway or some stupid shit like that started a religion where music sharing was just part of their religion, because music was how they learned lessons and taught and did stuff. So illegally sharing music was now something they could do completely legally because it was part of their religion.
Yeah.
So they couldn't get shit on for sharing Ed Sheeran's new thing. Really putting the Sharon in Ed Sheeran.
Yeah. Which so it's crazy. So the whole life, death. You wanted to get into why we're here in the first place, and truly, like I don't know what to think about that. Like,
Yeah.
cause I think, um, like I know it's nowhere near what it was, but I think like slavery has advanced personally.
Yeah.
Um,
Dude,
to just
Kenan
not.
Thompson is the last slave. For real. He's been working for Michael Lawrence for so long.
Like I think like I know I'll probably get like a lot of backlash for this, but I think we all are like slaves now. You know, it's just in a
Hey, have you looked in a mirror?
it's in a
I'm just
proper
kidding. Oh yeah,
proper
absolutely.
form now to where like, oh, okay, now you know we're gonna give you, you know, you're gonna get paid for your work check. You're gonna
Right. We're all cattle, and
right,
we just show up to feeding, which is
right,
our paycheck,
yep,
and we get full on our money,
uh-huh,
and then we go back to our shitty little shed where we're all crammed in,
yep,
aka our towns.
yep.
Unless you're free range, God bless the farmers. Uh, but I mean, yeah, it makes a lot of sense to me. Us just being, well, I mean, and really, we're all just slaves to fucking money, which keeps us working our jobs that you don't fucking like for a place that you wish could be better, for things that do nothing but numb the time while you're not working and wishing you were dead, you know?
Unless you have that extra flow of.
Right. Well, and fuck, you wish you could save up to go on a vacation because you'd rather have the experience instead of something to do in your free time. But then you look at it logically and you're like, holy shit, you know, if I get this for my being home in my free time, I'm a lot more likely to be home in my free time. You know, I'm gonna be home in my free time for the next 9 goddamn months. And if I go on a vacation, I get to go on a vacation for 1 fucking week, and then you know, I am still stuck in my house for 12 fucking months.
Right.
You know, saving
And
up for another vacation, and or now I have an Xbox and no vacation, and I can just Google places and be a sad, lonely fucker on my couch.
mm-hmm.
That's life, baby.
Yeah, see, but now, like, how you spend to choose your life. Like, you were talking about, like, how you like to spend time with your family, and,
They're a hoot, man.
you know, like you be around them all the time. And,
Honestly, it'd be great, dude. Being able to do this full time and
oh,
fucking just
yeah.
hang out with my family all day. That'd be great.
I mean, eventually you're gonna get sick of like, and that
Maybe.
like, cause I know this from experience. Like, I wasn't working,
Yeah.
and when like she was working, and
Well, I
like,
mean, but shit, I'd still do music and stuff, and maybe I'd get into writing, or I'd be able to kick them the fuck out of the house for a little while and do something. You know?
shit, when you're constantly there, it's gonna be like, I want to strangle you. Give her some space.
Yeah, we've been quarantined the past fucking like 3 weeks. It seems like it's only been like a week and a half, but
It seems longer, huh?
yeah. But I mean, we still like each other, so that's cool. We're
And,
still fans. Shout out, honey, Monique, love you.
uh, see, so like this whole thing though is like it's like I love having these conversations with people about their because like you see so you get so
Because Daryl's just like, yeah, I know you're unhappy, but he doesn't know.
no, not even like that, like just the whole opinions and beliefs about, you know, other people's beliefs, and like I will respect your belief and your opinion about stuff as long as you're not trying to force it onto me,
Right.
like the Bible thumpers.
Well,
And
we're
not
sit here
even
and
that.
talk about this because I'm not going. Oh, that is very cute of you to think what you think, but I mean,
But you're wrong.
But let's face it, I'm a lot more right with my energy being what we are, and that has
Right.
to go everywhere.
Well,
so
no, see,
maybe
like-
you should believe what I
Like
believe.
I like that
I just want you to be on the winning team, hon.
right, like I like that thought about the energy because the earth is a big old magnetic field,
Big old energy ball.
right? It's in itself, and like we'll have to get into this another time, but you were in the army, and like
Not for long.
yeah, if you I read this in one of the Illuminati pages, there's an army base on like
in Antarctica.
no, in like in the magnetic field for Earth, there's an army base like on every major point of where like there's like some of the most energy,
Yeah, man.
which is crazy.
Well, why would you not want to capitalize on? As soon as you find out that's a thing, why would you not want to capitalize on that? Why would you not want to take that
just
over?
crazy though.
Well, okay, so imagine being in like the 40s or something,
Uh-huh.
and you have these things now because you just dropped this big crazy atom bomb. And you got shit to pick up radiation and that kind of energy and stuff. So you're like, oh fuck. Then you start noticing there's places as your planes are flying over that are like, whoa, this is pumping out a lot of heat here. Guys, we should check this out. So it probably starts out with 5 guys that are like, oh hey, yeah, there's nothing. I don't know. I can't explain it, but this is definitely pumping out a lot of heat. And then we're just like, we're going to go ahead and throw base on that just in case somebody else figures out how to use this energy. That way they can't figure out how to use this energy until we figure out how to do it.
Yeah.
You know? That could be coincidence just based on pure brute stupidity.
Yeah.
You know? But that could vary. Well, I mean, it's just like how...
Squirrel. Where's our spray bottle?
Well, I mean, but it's also just like how Egyptian pyramids and stuff. Like, if you look at the Aztec, like, things, they got their big pyramid, and then there's just a grid. And if you take that and fucking put it right up to a computer circuit board, they look exactly the same. So, maybe. And also, it's the same situation. There's very high energy going on at those points, too. You know, and those pyramids. They were built in high energy places because they had something going on, and they knew it, you know. Chances are, a theory that I heard watching Ancient Aliens, was that the pyramids were built in these places because they were takeoff pads, like launch pads and shit. And that was a way for aliens to get enough energy. They would just suck the energy out of the earth and use that to power their ship to boost out of our atmosphere.
That's a good...
I'm for it, man.
Have you ever seen the yeah, right? The video of where they're interviewing an alien, and it comes back to the alien goes, we're on a mission, we're from the future, we come back to grab some documents to stop the nuclear holocaust. And that's how, like, they're all he goes on to say, like, they're deformed because a nuclear bomb goes off, and that's why they're all green and big head and eyes are all, and they're trying to prevent that. Yeah.
That's preposterous.
Watch the video and see. I mean,
you'll have to send me the link. That's what I thought.
I mean, it could easily.
I mean, it could be, but I also watched a documentary that was on, like, Amazon Prime. That was, like, a 23-minute documentary that was definitely made by a couple of high schoolers. And it was about a guy coming back from, like, the year 2000, like, 46 or something like that. And he's like, oh, you guys are all going to start dying here pretty soon. These masks and stuff, this is just the start of it. I can't believe you guys are even going outside. Like, shut the fuck up, dude.
Well, see, like I like that the whole time travel thing too.
I'm into that. Well, God,
because
damn.
like there's like one other thing when I got into the Illuminati, there's they do 10 pictures of 10 different times, and they're like, how is this like? There's one where this, I think it was when Kennedy was president. And, like, there's this girl just standing there while people are walking around her, and she's in, like, a yellow jacket, and they're like...
that is definitely not time period fitting.
Right,
yeah.
right.
Well, and I've seen the one of, like, it's like the Titanic or something taking off. There's a dude with fucking, like... He's got like steampunk goggles on and like a plain white T-shirt.
Yeah. So
he's just like, oh man, this is the weirdest. I think I lost my group. Were we supposed to be on the boat?
Yeah. So like those kind of these kind of topics are very interesting to me.
Yeah.
And it's like,
well, and I heard that, there was a god damn it, and of course, I can't give you guys any kind of like solid little website or something to look it up. It might have came out of NASA. It probably came out of a college, but somebody had a theory that was time travel is legitimately possible.
Yeah.
And the reason why is because like it's completely possible to travel into the past, not into the future. The only reason why is because the future hasn't happened yet. Therefore, you could go into the future, but...
You might not.
Well, you're just going to get fucked up because your body's going to shoot off into, like, a million different timelines.
Right.
Because no one set timeline has happened yet. But you're able to go into the past and the butterfly effect doesn't fucking happen anymore. They've decided that's not a real thing, and the whole reason for that is because you can go back and kill baby Hitler, but some other motherfucker is
It's
gonna
gonna take
grow
his
up to become Hitler.
right.
Some other motherfucker is gonna grow
Well,
up and
there's
get beat up by a group of Jews at his fucking school and be
they
like, "God,
had
those guys shouldn't have pissed on me after I
yeah
fell over."
they have they it's a oh god, what is it, horror story, the American Horror Story
Oh,
series.
okay.
Okay, so one of them is the apocalypse.
Yeah.
And they go back and they kill the guy who is supposedly gonna, is the devil's son. And after they kill him, well, going into what you're saying is that just another baby
Right.
is the fucking
It's gonna be
is
the
become
Antichrist.
yeah. So
Right. Right.
which
That,
it
well,
which
like
is
it makes sense to me.
so I mean, like, if you were able to do that, like I've always thought, like, if I were to go back into time one time and change one point of my life, what would it be?
Right.
And I'm like, I don't know, because would it be, what if I never started drinking and doing drugs, or what I mean, would I've met the people that I've met?
Right. Would you be where you are right now?
Right. And I mean, like, I look at it and I'm like, like personally right now, I like where I'm at. Like, one of my coworkers points this out to me all the time. She's like, um, you're a simpleton, because I can tell that, because you're always you're happy. You're just out there.
You're just blissfully ignorant.
Right. And I don't take that as an insult.
Right.
Because I, you know what, I
You'd rather
am
be
like
happy.
like the simple things do make me happy, as long as my bills are paid, I have a house to go to, there's food in my fridge, I can buy things for my kids. Yeah, of course I'm happy.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like, I don't catch a lot of stuff for this, but like, I don't have to have like fancy clothes. Like, I love wearing sweatpants.
Yeah.
And like, I don't need nice clothes, like a nice car, or a fucking, I don't need those materialistic things to make me
People
happy.
love a beater, man.
Yeah. And like the only thing that I would say, like, materialistic, that I do need is a gaming system. And and that's
Something to kill your free time.
and that's it. Other than that, like, I am, like, even like, I've been off my meds for a while. And like, my wife will be like, "Oh, you're always so grumpy," and it's like, no, I'm like that at home, because we have our stuff where it's just like, oh my god, sometimes I can't take it.
Well, and that's the thing you stress about.
Yeah,
Shit
yeah.
going on at home, that's your life.
Yeah. And so, but like, when I'm out at work and stuff like that, I can be like all goofy and stuff like that, because it's like, well, I don't have to worry about, like, I tell her this all the time. I can be like that at work, because I don't care, like, what people think about me. And like, I won't sit there and argue with people about certain things, because like, I don't want to go, that's too much, like. And I mean, like, certain things, yeah. And then again, it's like, well, truthfully, like I said before, like, I will respect your opinion and whatever. We're not gonna sit here, and this is not gonna become a big old debate about
Who's right and who's wrong.
right. And like, truthfully, like, what I was saying, like, I don't care what you think about me, is because, you know what, I see you, once, twice, 3 times a week.
Right.
And
Once, twice, 3 times a lady.
right. And so, like you're not that, like, you're not that
my
important.
main priority.
Right. And so, like, what you really think about me is that, okay, that's fine.
That's cool. Go ahead and think that. I'm going to have to deal with that opinion for about 30 minutes, and then you're out of my life.
Right. Not, I mean, if I'm working,
I don't have to cuddle up to you
yeah,
tonight in bed. So
yeah. So, and like, I think if like a lot of people thought like that, there'd be so much less drama, and just, you know what I mean. And like, I know this is completely going, maybe it fits in, but like when babies are born, like, they don't, their their thing is, like, they love, and
whatever's closest
anybody,
to 'em.
yeah, right. And
like, oh, they feel your energy.
Right, right. Yeah. And a funny thing, I'm gonna say this before I get into that. Um, I love those little Facebook things where like, uh, racism isn't. You're not a born racist. You're taught to be a racist.
Yeah.
Right. That's the fun. Like the interesting thing about being a baby is, I mean, they're so absorbent and they learn everything. And so if like they have somebody who's racist, they're gonna raise that kid how they were raised. You know what I mean? And so like just being taught that it would be like if everyone's opinion was like, oh, I just don't care. You know what I mean? Like I think it wouldn't like end racism because
because nothing's really gonna ever end racism.
Right, right.
Really, there's no way to fix any of our like actual problems because there's always going to be one person that's going to be that poison that's going to keep trying to spread it.
Right.
So there's really no point in trying to fix it. That's why you got to have that fucking attitude that's like, fine, whatever, you're going to be a racist, that's cool. I'm going to fucking go be a not racist over in this direction. Over here, right. See you later, douche.
Yeah.
Like, fucking problem solved. That's how you end up not getting in a knife fight.
Right.
Also, God, I wish people would knife fight more often. What's with the guns? Leave them be. Where's the cool in that? You tie your,
Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle said,
classic. Tie your ankles together and knife fight.
Dave Chappelle said it best. Guns don't kill people. People who don't know how to fight kill people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
He's got to be smarter than the other guy.
And like Dave Chappelle, he's one of my favorite comedians too because he brings
don't say.
He brings that real effect to
gets after it.
Yeah.
Where he's like,
and he don't give a fuck either. Like,
well, that's the way to be a successful comedian nowadays. Is just have that look here. I'm up here, you're down there. You came to see me, so shut the fuck up. I'm gonna say whatever I want to say. I have the microphone. Suck a dick, And it's like Louis C.K. Louis C.K.
Oh, God, he's great, too.
He is a fucking hilarious comedian. He has been accused of some weird shit. He's probably actually done that weird shit. That gonna stop me from paying money to go see his hilarious stand-up? No. What's gonna stop me from paying money to see his hilarious stand-up is I'm poor as fuck. But
I'll just watch it on.
Right, yeah, I'll pirate that shit. Who gives a fuck?
I
do the fact
of
the matter is, yeah, people are still going to go and pay to see him because he's funny. He's got his shit together. So you're going to go and you're going to watch him. That doesn't mean you support him as a human being, No. It's like, hey, look, if Tom Hanks comes out to be a pedophile, is everybody going to be like, well, looks like we're never watching Toy Story again?
I'd probably... No, I mean, like, you got to pick a
All
different
four
movie.
Of them.
You got to pick a different movie.
Okay. Are we going to never watch Terminal again? Gotta pick a different movie.
Well...
Do you even know Terminal?
No, I don't.
Oh my God, it's about like a Czechoslovakian man getting trapped in a terminal because he doesn't know how to read English or anything.
I see, like...
It's pretty
delightful. I wouldn't watch like, if he came out with new movies, I probably wouldn't support him. If I found out he was a pedophile.
If the movie looked good...
I wouldn't do it.
Well, I mean, let's face it. If we found out he was a pedophile, he probably wouldn't be doing any more movies.
Right.
But, like...
Look,
because here's the thing, is like...
Do you like...
I would still go and see the movie if it looked good. If it didn't look good, I'm not going to be like, Tom Hanks is in it. We might as well go see it. Mm-hmm. Like right now, if I see Tom Hanks in a movie that looks pretty shitty, I'm going to be like, yeah... I'm going to see that movie. I want to know why Tom Hanks is doing a movie that looks so shitty. Mm-hmm. However, if I see that knowing he's a pedophile, I'm going to be like, yep, that seems like that's about in his league now. And then I'm never going to watch that movie.
Like, going off of this, like R. Kelly, like I watched the Surviving R. Kelly document, the little series.
And then a song came on the radio and you crashed your car?
No, like they play that song at work. Like the ignition song, and I'm like, hey, turn this song.
Switch this.
Please turn this song. Like, it's all catchy, and you get into it. Before you watched
the documentary, you were like, yeah, this is my jam.
Yeah. Well, it's like no, it's like you get into it because it's catchy and stuff like that. But it's like, man, do you guys know what he does? Like, he had a pretty much a sex cult
This guy was a lunatic.
He was.
Yeah, he was a lunatic. Although, I think I could have survived you, R. Kelly.
Well, I don't know. I wouldn't be able to.
I might get him pissed on.
That's not funny. That girl was like 5 years old.
Yeah, I know. And that's what's fucked up about it. If you would have been just pissing on normal adults, like a normal adult, dude.
Like a normal adult.
Well, that's the thing. Look, if you want to piss on somebody in the bedroom and it's consensual, and they're like, if you're like, hey, look, I would probably blow a big fat load at the end of my stream if you let me create a stream of just piss on you for a second. I'd probably wrap it up and blow almighty loads all over you. And she's like, yeah, okay. Yeah, sure. Can I poo? Can I pee on you? Can I take a big fat shit on your chest? And he's like, you know what? I've never tried it, but yeah, sure. If you're trying this new thing for me and I'm trying that new thing for you, let's do it. That's consensual. Is it weird as fuck? Yeah. Is it still completely fine? Abso-fucking-lutely. You know why? Both parties are like, yeah, let's do it, man. Who gives a shit? However, if one of them is like, I don't know about this, and they're like, nah, trust me, this is gonna be cool. Rape. That's not a cool thing to do.
It is not.
They're like, trust me, I've done it to a lot of people. Spoiler, that does not make it okay either. Chances are, just as bad as this situation. Yeah. Every single one of those situations. This right here, that was the cry for help. Daryl's been trying to piss on me for the past 3 days. It's like, come on, man. My wife lets me do it.
No.
I'm like, weird, dude.
That is weird. I would not.
Dude, you would unzip the pants and she would just be like, yeah, okay. And she would speed bag that dick so fast.
I would feel uncomfortable peeing on somebody.
Like, oh, would you?
I would.
That's not what you said last night.
I think that is just, I don't know.
That is just, I don't know.
Yeah,
where'd you come from? Where'd you go? Yeah. Where'd you come from?
Like, when I was in the behavioral unit.
Was there somebody there that loved getting pissed off?
No. Oh. Here in Marshall, like, and it was like the water pressure was so low. Like, it was just a little...
Right.
I mean, it was a little drizzle. And it was like, I told people, I'm like, oh my God, when you guys take a shower...
Is it like you're getting pissed off?
Yeah. Like...
Everybody there was like, weird, dude. Why would you even say that? And you're
right.
Like, 'cause that's exactly what I think of every time it happens. I'll tell you this much, dude. I'm probably... Oh, it's a good thing my ex-wife doesn't watch this. But my ex-wife, once, we were in the shower together, and she was like, hey... I'm gonna piss on you. And I was like, what? Well, she's like, yeah, you can piss on me too. We're in the shower. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna pee on your leg, and then you can pee on me. And I was like, I don't know about this. And she was like, here, just sit down, and then I'll pee on you, and then you can pee on me. And I was like, this has changed drastically in the last 5 seconds. And then, next thing I know, I'm sitting down on the bathtub, getting pissed on by my ex-wife.
Why were you sitting down?
Because, dude, I guess that was the proper way, I guess, to get peed on. I don't know. I'd never done it before.
So you agreed to get peed on?
I was like, yeah, all right, I guess. I mean, we tried to do kinky thing. We tried to, like, find our kinks, I guess, together, but that was not really a thing. She was more of my kink is laying on my back while you fuck me, you know? And I was like, that's not really a kink. I think other people call this missionary. We're doing crazy stuff, man. I'm talking me on top. I'm talking her on her back. I'm talking the one where we both face each other.
The one where we both face each other.
We got into some real crazy shit.
Lights off.
Yeah.
Don't look at me.
Don't make any noise. Try not to breathe too heavy. You ever have that where you're going at it and you get way too in your head and you're like, oh, am I making weird noises? Am I like, is me being in this situation making her not come? Would she have come faster if I was being less noisy or more noisy? And then you start doing like the
turtle thing.
The turtle.
You've never seen that turtle?
I've seen that turtle.
And it just falls over.
That's me every time, dude. Then she has to go pee to make sure that she doesn't get a UTI. fellas, women, when you get done with sex, go coupley. Take turns in the bathroom. Get your peeing done. Get your brushing done. That's all part of the post play.
Get your brushing done?
There's force play. There's post play. Yeah, get your brushing done. On your teeth, you idiot. Oh. Jesus. Do you go down on your lady? Gotta clean them gina juices out. So get gum cancer. Dude, there was one night. There was one morning. You gotta clean the gina juices out.
So you don't get gum cancer?
Yeah. There was one morning, my mom, we woke up and my mom was like, I just heard on the news that people are getting throat cancer from going down on women because the pH balance in their vagina juices is messing with their throats and it's causing throat cancer. So you boys be careful out there. And we were like, Mom, hey, I don't know if you see us, but we're 3 of the nerdiest motherfuckers out there. Nobody is letting us go down on them. And
have you ever seen Revenge of the Nerds?
Yeah,
that would fall into the rape category.
I don't remember any scenes where those guys are like going to Mounchtown.
He does.
Oh, well, good for him.
When he's in the Darth Vader.
Oh
that's
my
why
God,
I said it's rape.
Yeah.
Because
that is rape.
She didn't know it was him.
Dude, all the 80s movies are so fucking rapey.
Yeah.
They're so rapey. That was just how it was, and women just had to deal with it. And now look where we are. Progress. It's going to be a really long episode. In between the musical guests, people are going to be like, God, this show's just like Saturday Night Live. Fucking really takes a dip after the musical guest.
They saved that for the end now.
What?
Yeah.
No, they don't just leave them at the end. They still have them halfway through.
No, they don't.
That's bull hooky. I'll have to watch the new season.
I haven't watched any of it lately, though. Well, I'm pretty sure. Didn't they always leave them at the end?
Nah, they split them up in the middle. Right before news in the weekend update.
That is so hilarious.
My favorite sketch by them is one we would never be able to do because we're 2 white guys. That writing jokes for each other is the best thing they have ever done on Saturday Night Live. Besides SNL Digital Shorts, Andy Samberg, shout out, you're a boss. Andy Samberg is just the bee's knees. Cat's pajamas.
He's the guy from NYPD? No.
Yeah.
The comedy? Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
Yeah, dude. Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Great show.
Oh, my God. What is the Adam Sandler movie they're in?
That's My Boy.
Yeah.
I knew it. As soon as I said it, I was like, oh, what's the one movie Daryl's definitely going to recognize this guy from? That's My Boy.
Yeah. Word to your mother, brother fucker.
Oh, my God.
That is the best line in that movie.
Was that fucking Vanilla Ice?
Yeah. That is, like, I've seen that, and
I'm a fountain.
Like, I lost my shit when I heard him say that.
That was Daryl's slogan back in the day.
I had to rewind it.
Learn it properly.
What the fuck did he just say to her?
What was
that? Oh, my God, man. Yeah, that was hilarious. Like, I've never seen... Like, can you imagine just that? Like...
You gotta have some kind of money. You kidding me? Every time my song plays, I pay royalties to fucking Freddie Mercury.
Every time, I pay Suge every time that song gets played.
That's what you gotta be careful for. That's why you can't be using sound bites.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's just like how... You can't use sound bites. However, you can use the same chord progression and the same chords as some other song. Nobody can do shit. You just got to change your melody of what you're singing. It's like how
Drake did that.
Watermelon Sugar High by Harry Styles and fucking Blinding Lights by The Weekend. Those are the exact same chords, pretty much the exact same strumming pattern. It just different singing songs. Different sing-songs.
Yeah.
Sing-song.
Have you...
Thanks for watching Dumbass Dads.